This article resonated with me. It was published by Vancouver Sun last week, and I live and breathe new home sales and developments. I get the privilege of working with developers on a daily basis, and my nose is in their books. So I get to really see what really happens behind the scenes. And one of the biggest perceptions that I think has come out of this article and many other conversations is the fact that people are thinking prices will come down and developers will give big discounts. I haven't seen that in the last 10 months. Here's the conversation I'm having around the table with developers. The reality is that in BC, out of all provinces, developers have the lowest profit margins. Maybe Nick can confirm that as well. The conversations around that is the rising cost in construction, wages, shortage of the supply chains, the inability to get funding for land acquisitions, the cost of borrowing, and as you guys know, very difficult to get application processes and building permits being processed. And so the conversation around price reduction often derives to, okay, well, should we just convert it into a rental building rather than reducing prices? But here's the reality. Developers don't want to be property managers. They want to just sell. And what I know of, based on, let's say, the end of last quarter, 76% of pre-sale homes that have already, 100% of construction, of homes that have already started construction, 76% of those homes have already been sold. So to me, I'm thinking, okay, well, if projects are being shelved right now, developers, all they really want to do is maximize profit because of their low margin, their profit margins are really already low. What I'm finding is that if the goal for federal government is to bring down the inflation to 2%, we know Bank of Canada is going to reduce the rates by the end of next year. Projects, as we know, projects, as we know, takes 24 months, 36 months, even more, longer for complex buildings. And if you were to reserve one today, we're hoping that rates will be going down in the next year or so. What I can tell you from my perspective, as there's lineups around the corner, as you probably saw last week, there's been 150 contracts papered in New West. Some big developers right now are launching very creative campaigns. So I'm not going to name any just for the purpose of this conversation, but I'm finding that there are developers that are able to launch successful campaigns. They're they're really succeeding and really standing out amongst the ones that are shelving their products. I'm usually standing behind the door with the developer, and Nick is going to hate me for exposing this, but we generally are raising prices by $10,000 every hour or so as 5 homes are sold. So my question to you is, would you rather be buyer number 5 or buyer number 50, who's paid about $80,000 more than buyer number 5? So my suggestion is to buy a home today and just wait it out. And I've always myself has, from my own experience, serviced myself and purchased a pre-sale project. Usually about 50 to 60% of the projects that I've sold, and I've never lost more than what I bought it at. So, yeah, thank you.